Finishing off Mega Machines, grab those marshmallows and find a stick, because we're getting all fired up for Airburner's T400 Trench Burner. Nestled in the American Southwest is Lakeside, Arizona. That's where you'll find this hot little number. Used for lightning-quick disposal of combustible greenery and wood wastes, the T400 Trench Burner stretches a toasty 28 feet 10 inches long and weighs 7,000 pounds. That's more than a pickup truck. Fueling this firebrand are 88 ponies, stoking a fan that generates a 40-foot-long hurricane of fire-feeding air that rains down on refuse, ensuring every last twig and branch burns. The T400's purpose is simple: to fight fire with fire.
I think until you see these big orange flames licking in these trees in your back window, you probably think, well, that's going to happen to somebody else and not me. So I believe the people here are extremely aggressive in fuels reduction. Fuels reduction is when they ask the homeowners to go out and basically gather up all the burnable materials around their homes so that they can help to prevent forest fire. That they can't give away, then they burn in our machines.
In fact, this T400 machine can consume 5 to 8 tons of kindling in a single hour. But what really makes this machine red hot is that it can set up wherever you need some sizzle.
First, of course, you arrive on site, you find out where the prevailing winds are. You bring an excavator in, and you would then dig the trench. Then you would put your charged material, your fine material, into the trench. You'd put your accelerant on it, then you would light the trench.
Turn on the T400 to fan the flames. And what you got is an instant inferno.
Its significance really is that it's designed for the smaller operator. A guy that's going to hook it onto his pickup truck, and he's going to burn for a day or maybe 2 days, and then he's going to be gone.
But how about the bigger operator with too much wood to burn in a trench? Well, that's when you call in a pyromaniac's dream machine. It's Airburner's S327 box burner. The S327 box burner is the Frankenstein of fireplaces, stretching 37 timber torching feet long, a sizzling 9 feet 7 inches tall, and it weighs a blistering 50,000 pounds. Spark the S327 up, and in a single 8-hour shift, this focused firestorm can reduce an 80-ton load into 6 inches of ash. The secret behind this white-hot fella? Well, it doesn't use fuel to fan the flames. Nope. Just, well, fans.
The Airburner uses about the same principle that Grandma used to in her fireplace. You would start a small fire, you'd take out your bellows, and you'd induce a lot of oxygen to it. This would make the fire start burning a little more aggressively, and then you would add larger fuel. We always start out with kindling, right, and then we put the logs on it. This is the same process.
We're putting a high-velocity curtain of air over the top of the box, almost like a lid. And this lid, its purpose is to trap the smoke particles and then cause the smoke particles to reside over the hot fires. And underneath that air curtain, it's probably in the neighborhood of about 2,000, 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's the same temperature as molten lava, but a lot less messy.
This is the AirBurner's S327, the largest portable firebox in the world. You see the castable thermal ceramic doors here. They weigh about 2,000 pounds. They're specially built to take high impacts and high temperatures. You're also seeing the initial charge for the morning start up here. We're at the real business part of the S327. This is the air curtain manifold. Through these nozzles comes the high velocity curtain air that traps the smoke particles in the box. The air then travels to the far side, to the wall over there, reflects off, and it further agitates and oxygenates the fire to give us a hot, clean, roaring fire. We're at the power end of the machine now. This is the blower that creates the high velocity curtain of air down through the manifold you see on the long side of the box. Behind us is the diesel engine that powers this fan and the controls to operate the fan. The operator stands in this area, and this is how he controls the machine.
But firebugs beware. End up on the wrong side of these doors when the latch snaps shut. And you better believe you'll feel the burn.
Dangers surrounding our machines. I guess the most obvious is that at any given time, our big machines can have 10 or 12 tons of wood just absolutely roaring in there. There seems to be an unusual fascination with everybody with fire, maybe because it's so dangerous and maybe because it's so life-sustaining in some regards. But to look into the top of one of our machines is probably akin to looking into the fires of hell. I always worry that people become complacent because it looks so simple. But you could have embers pop out, you could have a rock that could blow some ash out, you can get little spot fires. The other thing, I suppose, is that the machines themselves, they get very hot. You probably wouldn't want to lean up against it and have your lunch. You'd probably be sorry.
Too hot to handle. AirBurner's T400 trench burner and S327 box burner are blazing a trail to keep homes and their owners safe. So what do we say? Burn, baby, burn.
Was I a pyromaniac growing up? I think no. My mother, she often asks, honey, how did you get involved with this fire thing?
That's all we got for this hour. Thanks for watching. I'm Tony Saragusa, and we'll see you next time on Mega Machines.